All right, welcome into the Bobby Carpenter Show, and we have our guy Schlegs in, and it's a Wednesday, and as always, it's Wednesday, July 2nd, and that means our guy, Mr. Aaron James Hawk, is joining us. The 4th of July is here, and since he's a Patriot celebrating it the right way, he's going to be on the show. I thought you were traveling.
There he is. There he is.
You're
He
going
flew
to be in
in.
town? There he is.
I could barely hear you over
I know.
the hot calls, Bob. But now I'll be traveling here to tomorrow, most likely. So yeah, I'm still here in town. It's perfect that 4th of July fell on a Friday this year. That's awesome.
Okay, so Jeff Thidoff, a friend of mine who does a show with me in the morning, he claims that they should make the 4th of July a holiday like Thanksgiving that's on Friday every year, so that you get that. But I go, Jeff, it's called the 4th of July. I go, that's kind of the date. It's not like Thanksgiving. It's just a random day.
Yeah, well, that'd be like having okay, we're gonna have Christmas like on a Friday too, no matter what. How do you do that?
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't work. So where are we headed, man? Like, what are the travel plans? What's the locale? What's going on?
We'll see. We're a big East Coast situation in the summer. We like to go up East Coast, different areas up there. But yeah, it's fun, man. Just change it up, I guess. Not like the normal like Florida, different things. We like to figure out where we like to go and pick different spots and then go see how it is. And if it's good, we go back. If it sucks, we never go back. So that's kind of how it is.
I got you kind of like on the bottom, on the top, like whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you like floats the boat. Let me ask you this question. On your journeys to the East Coast, what is the best food and best alcoholic beverage that you drank while you were there?
Oh, man. I mean, my best food I have wherever I go is if I can get a filet somewhere. I want some good filet.
You don't ever try something else different? Like
I do. I'll definitely try it. But my main meal, if I'm trying to get full, I'm getting a steak, and then hopefully they got a big salad and other little sides, a little corn with it, all that stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I'll try other things, but I'm not going to like order my main meal as something weird that I'm probably not going to get full on. And I can't, don't tell me fish. Like I can't get full on fish. So that's like an appetizer.
You never had a lobster roll in Portland, Maine. Let me tell you.
I'm sure that
do you go there? Do you drink beer? I know you like the clear stuff. I mean, this guy, guys, we're talking to a guy that drinks Crown Royal his entire time. We're like, hey, where's your good stuff?
You just said you like the clear stuff, Schlegs, and then you just mentioned.
But he also likes Crown. No, well, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I'll drink beers. I'll drink some beers. I can't drink like 15 beers, but I can definitely. I'll have beers. That's like beer is like it's a setting, like a setting, like certain places. Yeah, like a cold draft beer in a frosty mug.
What's the best beer you've had on the East Coast that you can remember?
Oh boy, I don't know. See, I'm not a foodie.
I'm not either.
I'm not like a foodie, or I don't really like IPAs. I know. I think people that like IPAs usually know exactly what they want. I mean, Chopper, my father-in-law, loves Leinenkugel summer shandies. You ever have a few?
Who doesn't like those?
Those are good in the summer. A nice cold summer shandy, a little lemonade hint to it. Those are great.
You know,
especially when it's raining every single day here and there is no summer.
Dude, it's sunny outside. Schlegs, quit
right now, for the first time in 7 days, my kids are like, my daughter is like, listen, I'm going to some pool. Give me your credit card because the UV's 9. It's only been 5 for the last 5 days we've been here, Dad.
Oh my gosh, dude! You guys, you like the weather impacts your life too much, man. Like just lean into it. Here's what happens, AJ. You want to know what happens if you drink like 30 beers a day for a long time? Throw that up. Toss it up. This is what happens when you drink 30 beers a day for a long time. All right. You mutate into an ogre. Look at that trap, AJ. You want to talk about a fillet? That's like a full strip steak, 20 ounces right off the neck.
Look at the double, armband tattoos on each arm. Like I know he's filled those out a little bit since then, but I try to explain to my kids how big, the barbed wire / whatever design around like the bicep area. The tribal situation. I try to explain to them how big that was when we were growing up, and they just don't understand. They don't get it completely because maybe someone will bring it back. Instead of like full sleeves, we'll go back to old school tribals again.
I guess one. They would have to look at it because like Andy Katzenmoyer had it. And that's when I was like, man, that is sweet. Like I would love to get something like that. And my mom's like, no, that's white trash. You're not getting an armband tattoo. And so like, thankfully, I mean, she would prohibit me from doing things like that. But Andy was the one who kind of made that sweet for all of us. And I don't know like who the kid would be for their age, like at Ohio State. Like if Jeremiah Smith like shaved half his head, I guarantee you there'd be half of the sixth graders in the state of Ohio would shave half their head.
Yeah, you're right. Or it would have to be somebody, or like some national figure, some streamer online. You know, all these different kids that stream their whole life and all of that. Those kids are what like set the things in motion for what all these young kids do now.
You know what was amazing is, I think it was about a year ago. I watched a lot of kids. Pat, if you want to pull this other one up, I watched a lot of kids. They were wearing this sunglass patch combo that I saw kind of staggering around, and they said when you have icons. You have icons that are wearing like these legendary outfits. Everybody just wants to emulate it. You know, they want to be that guy. You know, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I mean, that was that was some adversity I faced. I don't know, a year or two ago when I got stabbed in the eyeball by my son. His nail chunked off a little bit of my cornea, and I only had to wear the eye patch for 24 hours, and then I got that off. It still was a long recovery to get that thing to regrow completely. But yeah, that was something I never dealt with. The eye poke, the serious eye poke that I don't know, maybe like MMA guys probably deal with that a lot more than I would.
The eye gouge,
frothy ejaculate right to the right eyeball. Hey, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you, like, if your kids ever came at you or like, hey, let's get a towel. Like my thing was, there has to be some symbology, right? Some symbolism to it, right? It has to resonate. It has to have some meaning. So on the right side, I got the hammers because Schlegel and German, we were blacksmiths, so I got hammers, and it was like hammer time.
You gotta lift it up more. You gotta
boom,
show the
I'm sorry. Hammer time, right? Boom. Where are they? They're right there. Hammers. Yeah. Okay. That was at the Skin Kitchen, Des Moines, Iowa. Then I got the Celtic. It was Celtic. I mean, again, Braveheart, right? I listen to the soundtrack to every game. Inside, Super Schlegs. So it was like hammer time.
That's
Super
the symbolism.
Schlegs.
That's the symbolism you need.
That's the symbolism. That's what I'm bringing to the table, peeps.
Oh,
that's what you get. You know, so again, as long as it happens, and that's
as long as it means something. As long as it means something to them.
But guess what? You better embody that. Like you got to do that for the rest of your life. Like you better be that way the entire time. Anyways.
Is there any worse Schlegs than if you have a tattoo that was once like nice and taut and looks good, and then you get that saggy skin as you deflate as you get older, and you're not
don't deflate
anymore?
Deflate gate. Don't deflate, man. Get swole. Be a soldier.
AJ, do you? I think you do. Do you partake in the lighting off of fireworks?
Oh yeah, I'm not scared to light some fireworks off. I enjoy it greatly. My brother just sent me a picture today and a video of all. He just went and bought a ton of them, to light them off here in the next coming days. But yeah, I'm into it. How about you? You got a big setup this year?
I do. I got a pretty good setup. And fireworks, it's like having people over for dinner. Like you never want to run out of food. So the last thing is like, hey, you got any more? Like now we're out. So I always kind of overbuy. So I still have some from last year. My brother has a dude that he met in Louisville that gets them like straight off the boat and and so you get them for like half off. So I gave my brother a couple $100. So I was like, hey, just whatever you get, just times two this, give it to me. And I knew that you were a guy that did it because we were lighting some off over at your house a couple of years ago when you were down in Arlington for the 4th. And so I love to do that. You just want to make sure, folks, you're always celebrating responsibly. We're in the 2nd right now. So like you're right on the cusp of this thing going into the 4th. And AJ, I know you know our guy, Grogan. And so I always like to show everybody, you throw this picture up there, Pat. This is what can happen when fireworks go awry. And
that looks terrible.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't have an eye anymore. So I would say it is terrible.
Well, I mean, he has a glass eye. Now he's like a party trick. I mean, that's kind of cool. He could take it, put it in his cocktail, freeze it.
Yeah, freeze it, make it an ice cube. Yeah.
You're boom. Now it's warm. Wipe it down, put some, whatever alcohol on there. Hey, boom, pop it in your eye. Full utility.
You know what? I've never asked Grogan to pop it out. What's amazing, Schlegs, is you know what that guy's job is?
No, firework instructor.
He's a cameraman.
Yeah. Even better.
He had to switch eyes too when he came back. He had to prove to him he could do it. Yeah.
They made him a double bridge, so it goes across, so it sits there because he's like, I'm a right arm shooter, so I have it to go all the way to my left. I'm like, dude, he works for WWE, man. He's down there. He's like, you must be really good to be able to do that thing with one eye. But those are the dangers that can happen. And he showed me the video of it. It's like you're always trying to get that last one lit. Sometimes you run out of time.
Cool. I'm sure Schlage's had some close calls. I mean, Bob, I've been around you many times when the mortar tube falls over and shoots at the crowd and all the kids and everything. And we got to find a way to duck behind cars and hopefully the houses don't get caught on fire. So yeah, it is amazing that more accidents do not happen at this time of year.
Or we just don't hear about them. What are your kids most excited for about this weekend?
Oh man, fireworks! They love fireworks. I mean, what kid doesn't love fireworks? It's cool to sit there and watch awesome shows and let it, like people that do the professional ones. But then it's always fun to do the ones in your yard and your house. Like there's always some. You got to keep them on their toes.
You got some whistling doodads. You got some humdingers. You got.
Oh yeah,
you
buy it's cool to. I don't know the names exactly at the moment, but I love buying like the different mortars you got to have. But those are just the one at a time. When you pool your money together with some guys and you go and you get a bunch of the grand finale situations, where they have boxes with like 200 different rockets already in there and it fires them off. Like those are the best ones. I think it's amazing to me. Fireworks it's pretty cool what they can do. Yeah. Even though none of them are made here, it's cool what they can do to make them, how colorful and how different they can make every one.
I got some tannerite at the farm. That's what I'm doing on the 4th of July. I'm just going to blow some stuff up. And then watch our neighbor down the road. I got to get his name and contact, throw him some money because he does a hell of a job. We just sit out there in the front yard and watch it. I'm like, man, I like this guy.
Yeah. How old will your kids have to be? Like, do you let Hendrix start lighting off some stuff now?
Yeah, I'll let him hold the lighter and with a good torch we have and let him hit
torches are key.
You got to have a torch. Yeah, you can't be trying to get like an old
like
school
a butane
basic lighter.
Like the one with the cylinder, right?
That or anything. I mean, I got like 50 cigar lighters that have a sweet torch to them. You just use one of those. But yeah, the butane ones, I have those as well with the big long things. But yeah, that you just got to know, hey, we're not gonna when we light this thing, we don't sit here and watch our work. We're getting back and getting out of the way because there is a good chance that Dad did not secure this tube into the ground by any means. So this thing could fall and it could shoot in any direction. Let's just hope it's not in our direction.
So that's what I told Courtney got mad at me because I was having, I think when they're like 8 or 9, now maybe 9, when they were under my supervision, now probably 8. And I was like, I'm going to teach you how to do this the right way. I'm like, we're going to take a knee, light the fire, take the fire flame to the wick, not stand over top of it, staring down in it. So I'm like, we do it. It's like reps, man. We get some game quality reps in so that I go, you don't think that one day that they're going to get some of these, procure them somehow and go light stuff off by themselves? 100%. And so like, I'd rather them know how to do it right than the wrong way. I was in the cold tub last week, Friday, Ohio State. That was their last day before everyone got the week off.
Naked?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I had tight spandex on legs. Like,
his see-through skivvies on, probably.
No, they're black.
Of course, they're walking in there with shorts. Of course, the 40-plus-year-old man's just in there.
Come on in, guys. There's plenty of
It's nice and cold.
I told him the story about Gene Feckety. How Gene Feckety used to get in the hot tub with us before practice, and then he like had a heart attack and almost died because he was 80 and had a pacemaker and sit in the hot tub for 40 minutes. And his son was getting so mad. Oh, they're like, dude, he's not supposed to be in a hot tub at all. I go, dude, he sits in there for like 40 minutes a day. They had to call the squad. You remember before practice? Yes. They're like wheeling him out. Oh, thank goodness he was okay.
That's your future. That's your future, Bob.
Well, I get in the cold tub. Those guys all get in the hot tub, which I go, dude, that's just like a bathhouse. A bunch of dudes in a tub without anything moving. Like it's questionable at best. But I was talking to him about fireworks. They're like, hey, you guys remember that one dude do you know Bobby, who something went off, like blew off his hand? I'm like, the JPP, that was like right in our wheelhouse. It was like the biggest story of the year. And by the way, he was a 17-sack guy who blew off 3 of his fingers. They had to make like special gloves for him and everything else. I'm like, that's a real deal.
Oh, it's scary. He came back. Luckily, he was able to come back and still play really well after that. But I think that woke a lot of people up probably like, hey, this is real. Like these actually are pretty dangerous. And that's like what, talk to any like firefighters or anybody. Like they're pretty and EMTs, they're pretty busy this time of year. I think for the next like 2 weeks, because I don't know about you guys, but at least around me, I enjoy it. But people light fireworks off from now until like the middle of July. We're seeing like everybody light off their good stuff.
Hey, when your kids are finally done with all this travel ball that you're doing right now, what are you guys going to actually do with your life right before the college football season kicks off and everything's going crazy? Like what are your plans coming up, AJ?
That's a good question. I don't know, Schlags. I think I said last week, like I'm with how everything is going in our schedule, I'm like in the moment present. Here we go. What is today? Like my wife will try to tell me.
Do you have a calendar, or she just runs it down with you? Like, does she have like she a checklist gal, or she's like, AJ, this is what I need you to do, or does she put it on a calendar for you to remember?
Yeah, we go back and forth with different calendars that we have everything situated. She takes care of a lot of that part about it. But yeah, I mean, I'd say, hey, what do I need to do tonight? What am I driving tonight? What do I need? Like I'm great at that. I'm great at taking direction. I'm great at basic manual grunt labor.
Taking direction, AJ. Yes. Sometimes you have to get the whip, but otherwise,
I'm very coachable. Yeah, of course, you got to be coachable. That's why I want my kids to be coachable. I'm coachable. Like you tell me something, I can complete that task. I have no questions. I'll figure it out. Don't tell me how to do it. I will figure it out.
All right. Tomorrow is Tom Cruise's birthday. He'll be 63 years old. Favorite Tom Cruise movie?
I mean, that's like asking you to pick your favorite kid, I think. I mean, Cocktail is pretty tough to top. I mean, both Top Guns. I can't pick just one, but I mean, Magnolia is under the radar one. That's under the radar that a lot of people don't know about, shockingly, but that's towards the top of my list for sure.
Schlegs?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, Top Gun, but Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
that's great.
Days of Thunder.
By the way, Robert Duvall is still alive at like 93 years old. 94.
Gus in Lonesome Dove. That's what I remember. Of course, what was it? One of the Clint Eastwoods came on. He's probably one of my favorite actors. And it was one, and he was in there, and he was like the bad guy.
I think
it was Joe Kidd. I think it was the name of that.
He's in True Grit with John Wayne. Like he looks super young. I'm looking, AJ. He had hair and stuff. I was like, "Is that?"
Yeah, but
I can only recognize him by his voice. Yeah, he was balding,
heavily receding.
He's got a son. His son looks a little bit like him.
Risky Business.
His son, I don't know what he's in, but yeah.
I see you guys. Business. The Outsiders. I forgot he was in there.
Boy,
going way back.
Yeah.
You don't like the Mission Impossible? I mean, there's like 15 Mission Impossibles. I haven't seen all of them, but I know they're all pretty good.
Well, I would just want to be able at 63 to like hang on the side of that plane, like he's doing it. I saw this thing with Bear Grylls, and Bear Grylls did it 10 years before him. He's like, I'd set this stunt up, but I did it when I was like 40. He's like, this guy's doing it at 63. Like, I don't know what he's doing, how he's living, but he's got it rolling, and there's something about him that just, I don't know, allows him to never age. Speaking of young dudes, Jeremiah Smith, I don't know if you saw this. He sat down, Peter Navarro, I forget who it was, then basically said, I'm not losing to Michigan in the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how much like Ryan Day probably likes their guys calling their shot in midsummer like that. I think it's kind of ballsy. He's probably the one dude on the team that he can do it, and Ryan will be like, hey, just maybe temper it down a little bit, but he's the one dude that can pretty much say whatever he wants. I mean, AJ, is that a big statement like you would have made?
I don't know if I would have made that, but I don't mind him making that. I mean, Jeremiah Smith can say whatever he wants. The guy's an absolute monster. And I see like he looks like he's even bigger, stronger, faster than he was last year. Like everything that he does it's awesome. Like I'm so happy he's at Ohio State. Like what an awesome dude, an awesome player. But yeah, I mean, it means something. That's the crazy thing. People outside of Ohio don't completely understand. Like, hey, you guys won the national championship. What's going on? What's wrong? But now it's a real thing. Like you got to beat Michigan. You want to beat Michigan. So it's good that these guys still have that fire in them, that they want to figure this thing out, because it's the greatest rivalry in all of sports, I think. So yeah, I think it's good that he says stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I was trying to pull this up. Could you imagine going against a wide receiver? Because he also is this, like, he's now 225. Bob, I think you saw. I reposted it and I didn't put it in our group chat. I think he benched 225 20 times. Think about that. Exactly. I got sophomore. He's 225, benching 225 20 times, and he's well over 22 miles an hour. I guarantee he probably touches 23. But think about that. That's crazy.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's it's going to be big.
When's the last time you accelerate? When's the last time you sprinted, AJ?
I chased my 12-year-old son into the woods a couple weeks ago at a family gathering when he was being a little rambunctious. I had to pop up out of my seat. I didn't I didn't do anything when I got there. I wanted to remind him quick, like, hey, I can get to you no matter what. If you're mouthing off or you're messing with your little brothers a little more than you should and antagonizing them, like, I can get to you really fast. And so, yeah, afterwards, even my wife was like, Joe, man, I haven't seen you sprint like that in a while. I'm like, yeah, I haven't sprinted like that in years probably, but I felt pretty good. Didn't tear my Achilles, didn't tear a hamstring. So yeah, I don't go full speed sprinting very often, but I think it's good. I think we should, as we get older, we need to run.
Oh, listen, if you stop running, I mean, you use it, you lose it. Or use it or lose it. So you still lift legs though. That's the problem is most guys don't lift legs, and 90% of running, I mean, with the running that we're going to do for something like that is just 15 to 20 yards of acceleration. So as long as you can just burst out of the hole, like you're still squatting, doing some lunges, some single leg stuff. Like I did some front squats yesterday, Schlegs. I hadn't done that in a minute. Like my quads.
I did that today. I did that today with Cade, man. It feels amazing.
I hit a little single leg step backs. Like, so I was like, all right, man, I got like a nice little leg soreness here. Like this feels pretty good. And I've been battling this hamstring, that little low hamstring pull that I was running on Sunday when I was really hungover and super dehydrated. And I
shocking that you pull a hammy doing in those conditions.
Yeah, 100%. The only reason I was running is because I was so hungover and so tired. Like I got to sweat some of this out of me and get it going. And I should have just kept it like long distance, but then I was trying to run some like 300s with speed around the track. And,
oh my gosh, it sounds so terrible.
Well, listen, Coach, I'm going to be running. Like you're going to be out there August 1st, timing me in the gasser test. AJ, you're more than welcome to come and join. You can be a hype man for me. If you want to run it, you're more than welcome. But I mean, I'm looking for some enthusiasm on my birthday to help get this thing going.
I could be there and like clap and be a positive influence for you. I don't think I'm going to run 20 half gassers.
16.
But yeah, it'll give me PTSD to hear Schlegs count down the seconds, how much time you have left. When you're coming through the line, that'll be fun.
That's why you need someone good doing it. Beam did it last year and was pretty good. I had to coach him up a little bit as we were doing it, but I need a professional strength coach to be able to do this.
Key to the gassers, AJ. Just off the top of your head, what's your key?
My turn down there. I learned how to hit the line and turn and not waste any steps and be very efficient. Burst, stride, hit that line, burst hard half across the field, and then here we go. And then we go. You get into a perfect rhythm. It doesn't make it easy, but it's doable then.
The rhythm is going to get you every single time. And you're right, Bob. You got to call out a 10. Like there's a methodology, right? A methodisms about how to do it appropriately.
I'm going to be honest.
You call out 10, and then you call out 15, and you go down. Now, what are you going to run it at? Are you going to run it at the 18, 19 big skill like you should, or are you going to run it at the 16, 17?
So
that sounds terrible.
I stayed constant. I've done 17 the last 2 years. I was thinking of going to 18.
All 20?
All 20. I don't give myself the next.
Well, then don't go to the 18 for all. Go 17 for the first 10 and then 18.
No, I'll do it. Listen, I'm not backing down. Like if we're going to do it, I'm not going to get all. We used to get 45 seconds for the second 10 too, which I'm like, how ridiculous was it? By the way,
first off, not ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I can do them all at 42 and I can do them all at 30. Like, why did we need the extra time? And Pat's got some great pictures of some guys.
I'll take the extra time.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want it, but I just want to get it done. There was a guy that came up. It was Ohio State had their open practice. So there's fans. I want you to envision the Schlegs came right after I was done. So the players are practicing on the grass fields. There's people there watching them. I'm over on the turf field running this. Beam's timing me, and some people like started coming over and trying to talk to me in between. I'm like, listen, man, just give me like 10 minutes. I'm like Beam's like 5 seconds. I'm like running again. Like I can't. I'm not in that good a shape anymore that I can talk to you during the break. Pat, if you get those pictures, the group ones that I sent, oh yeah, look at those just robust dudes
Mike
up there.
D. All right,
Mike D on there.
Mike D has hair now. You saw AJ. You weren't there at Trestle State. He had hair. I was like,
I saw Mike D at a basketball tournament. A month or two ago. It was awesome to talk to him. He looks great.
Yeah, it's
look at that, man. Look how big your face is right there.
Look how big you are, Schlegs. What year?
You know what? I got that shirt from Kohl's off of Olentangy. I remember I didn't have any of those type of clothes. That's a Kohl's off of Olentangy special outfit right there. Look how big Mike D's jeans are.
Yeah.
You can fit 3 people in there.
Yeah.
I think that's going into our senior year, if I'm not mistaken.
100% it is. Look how long our
2000.
hair
So
is.
it'd be like 2005 at some point, I think probably in the summer or maybe like the winter after our junior year, Schlegs. Like that sounds like it might be right because you have short sleeves on. So I don't know. It's probably sometime around the spring.
This is going into our senior year, kind of spring. We were talking, you know what it was, Bob? Remember that thing Tress did? This is where
we got to let AJ go. He's got to
This is where they honored your
right,
hey,
yeah,
tell Pat
they're
what's
calling me
cracking.
quick.
All right.
Oh, they're calling
AJ, get out of here. Get out of here.
They're calling him.
Dude, I wanted to get that last one in there. Yeah.
That's what they did.
We'll go back to we're going to go back to that and analyze it here. But first, attention parents and athletes, protect what matters most with Export mouth guards, trusted by professional athletes and designed by NHL team dentists. Export mouth guards are scientifically tested to help absorb those high-impact hits, protecting both your teeth and your brain. Export mouth guards feature 3 layers of advanced protection, including a patented use of carbon fiber, custom fit to your own grill for more protection, better performance, max comfort, and clear communication so you can focus on your game, not on your gear. Do not take chances with your safety. Visit exportguards.com/Bobby and save 15% today on your order. Export, protect what matters most. More on the Bobby Carpenter Show coming up next.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, let's pull that picture back up. Schlegs was about ready to tell us exactly when it was. That's circa 2005. Can you triangulate, Schlegs, by the shadows, the clothing, apparel, what event this may have been?
That was the Agonis Club.
Oh yeah, the Agonis dinner.
That was when we remember every position group would go up there and introduce themselves, and that's exactly what that was.
So that was probably what, like at the end of spring ball or during?
Maybe, I don't know, but it was then. Yeah,
it may have been in the winter, like even before we went into spring, but all like leading into that senior year of ours. Pat threw in there the wallpapers from 1973. I think that was at. I think was that at Schlegs, the Buckeye Hall of Fame Cafe? Is that where we used to have that?
Where was the place that your family got inducted as the family of the year?
Oh, was that up at the?
That's what I'm thinking.
The Villa Milano.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
And you might be right on that. Yeah, maybe you are correct in that. I'll have to dig into that a little more. So how I found all these pictures, I was scanning through my phone. A friend of mine had their birthday yesterday, and his wife were getting together tonight, and so she wanted to do like a little slideshow. And so I was scrolling through trying to find pictures. I'm like, oh, these are good. I was saying I'm going to start firing with Pat. And I didn't want to put them in the group chat, Schlegs, because I wanted it to be a surprise. Throw up the one of just Schlegs and I. Pat, I forget who sent me these and why we had them. Because nextly, yeah, look at that. Schlegs, look how you look so much older there. Just tan and chunky and so much facial hair and long hair.
Honestly, man, I look like a 22-year-old version of my Uncle Tim. Like rosy cheeks, got a goatee there, some sort, thin hair. I used to rock a Leonard Skinner hat all the time back then. I found a picture of that when we used to do the autograph signs after we graduated. But I was like, dang, that was a great hat. I miss that hat. I had that and a John Deere hat. I miss those 2 hats.
That's good. Well, we could.
Those are good times, man. Look at yours. Your hair, your hair was so poofy. It was like a shell. Yeah. It was like a weighed down. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, it looks good. Like
you had like neck and the chin hair going.
Oh yeah,
clean up top.
Well, because I never really grew on the sides. It mostly just grew like a Viking, like from my face down my neck.
You mean it grew in all white trash like?
Yeah, basically that's what it was. It still grows in like that to a certain extent. I don't grow a whole lot like on the sides of my face. It can, but not nearly as much. And that was probably like a month and a half of growth at that point. We're pretty tan in that picture, so that might be like at the end of training camp, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
because
I
just
can
like
see that.
you look like Anthony Rodriguez right there, and that's about as dark as I was
100%.
getting.
Yeah.
What's interesting, my hair. I mean, I look like I should have been playing bass for like Alice Cooper. Like I don't even know what's going on right there.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, that has to be like we were so tan. I'm tan. I'm tan right there.
Yeah, tan, 2 T's, tan with 2 T's. So we got all that rolling. It was a fun segment. Gosh, we almost had made AJ late, so hopefully he's all good. As we were just taking a little stroll down memory lane, Schlegs, I thought it'd be fun to toss some of those bad boys in there. I might dig up some more, and I've got the pictures of some of the fun nights. We'll keep them PG-13.
Everybody in the chat, if you want to see the fun night pictures, say yes.
Well,
We'll do it on the 3rd. We'll do it on the 3rd if that's the case.
The thing is, I'll have to take pictures of the pictures because I actually have an envelope of like probably about 100 pictures from like college and early marriage, which I like going back through and like scrolling around and looking at. It's got some stuff from me when I was playing the NFL, stuff from us in college. And that's why, like, it's good to keep the picture. I keep them in my nightstand. And every once in a while, I'll pop them out and scroll through them. And my kids look at it and they're like, it's crazy because RJ is closer to our age in those pictures than he is to me right now. Like,
100%.
Yeah. So we are to it. So
I appreciate that you have those pictures. Like I have a hog skull that's right beside my bed. From when I look at that and like, say, like, Dad, why do you got this like wild boar skull? I was like, that's when your dad was at his prime, like ultimate hillbilly, strong, redneck, all the things, dude.
All
right there.
The things.
That was the prime time pinnacle of gas station ready, Waffle House ready, attacking and dominating, like a motor for days. Like yesterday, I worked out, moved a pod, went home, moved to other things because like our farmhouse is just chaos because we just moved there. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, like I'm helping her write the essays for Ohio State or English class or whatever that she has to go into. And I finally went to bed and I'm like, dude, I've been gassed for a long time. Back then I had no governor, no stop. It was all gas, no brakes all the time.
Absolutely. We're going to be a little bit of breaks right here. We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the Bobby Carpenter Show after this. So what's funny, Schlegs, is I did some stuff with 10 TV the other day. We were recording some things last night actually, and Devere Posey was telling me how his suits are so loose because he's lost so much weight. And I'm like, well, but I got suits in here that would fit like some of the offensive linemen now, size 54-inch coats, just about 258, just gorilla mode. And I go, what I did was I made a commitment. I got down to about a 44. I think I'm a 46 coat with a little taper on it. I got all my shirts tailored, got new stuff. And then I made a commitment like, this is where I'm going to live. This is where I have to stay because I'm not going to invest in more clothes and do all those things because it was too much. Like financially, I'm like, I've got good stuff here and this is where I'm going to live. And like, it's a healthy weight. I can lift weights at it. I can be lean. I'm not small. I don't really want to get skinnier than this, but it all works.
Yeah, my left is slightly shorter than my right. I just like the 220.
What did you do with all your old suits?
I don't have them.
What did you do with them? I know you don't have them.
Yeah, I donated them. Goodwill hunting. Even clothes now, like T-shirts, I'm like, that's a banger of a T-shirt. I don't wear it. So I have so many T-shirts. And I wear a lot of Armory stuff. I wear Grandview Pro Fitness, and I wear Ohio State, and I wear my own shirts. And it's like, nah, I don't wear it enough. So Goodwill. Like, and again, when you come from the closet I had in Florida to the closet that I now have in Upper Arlington, it's like things have to go. And then my wardrobe closet at the farm consists of Carhartts, and I did switch up to the Kuyus because I kind of like those attack pants, but it's Carhartts and Pearl Snaps, denim. and that's what I wear because I like the pockets, and that's where I put a cigar, Red Man Golden Blend, Ons, a lighter, AirPods, and I'm good. Doing hillbilly stuff. That's the thing. That's how you do it. You gotta have everything has a place in its place. I don't like it around my pants because I literally sweat in my baboon.
Well, it's like how you do anything is how you do everything. Buckeyes.
You're gonna like this. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing this weekend, Bob? I was thinking about this just right now. I got like a rack of just like miscellaneous parts, and I buried that tire, and I haven't had a chance to in like the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna swing the sledgehammer 400 times, and I'm gonna build this rack over there, and I'm just gonna train there all weekend and like shoot guns with kids and stuff. It's gonna be great. Blow stuff up. That sounds like a good time. I need that kind of a break.
Absolutely.
Training while I break. Yeah. You know who's going to come up tomorrow to the Armory I'm trying to get up here is Tommy and Steele.
Oh, yeah. Are they back in town?
Now they're just coming up to see Cade and like stay at his farm and stuff. But they need to get bumpy because Cade and I got bumpy today on lower body. And I will say this, the front squat, I forgot how much I like the front. I don't like it, but I do like it. And it's good.
I don't like it, but I do like it. Folks, if you can decipher that, then go right ahead. We got our headlines come up in a minute, but I want to tell you first about our friends over at Backer Slags. Premium Buckeye gear, the best stuff you're going to find. They've got the hats, the jackets, cold gear, windbreakers, rain gear. It's got all the features you want. The whatchamacallits, the doodads, with and without the scooter sticks. I think you said Slags.
No, I didn't say that. That was their guy, man. Sam Hill.
Oh,
Chat
yeah.
GTP'd that, but that's absolutely right. Joe Dirte style, baby. Don't try to church it up, son.
Well, this stuff is churched up. It looks good. It's premium Buckeye gear for premium Buckeye fans. So go check it out. It's like the skiing, the golfing, the fishing, the hunting, all the great stuff that you love. It's going to be able to do all those things for you. Loads of features. BCKR.com. That's backer, BCKR.com. A portion of the proceeds goes back to NIL, to Ohio State student athletes. So that's good. Plus, promo code Bobby at checkout. And here's what they're going to do for you. Free expedited shipping. Caps, all caps, BOBBY. Get it faster. Force here. Father's Day came and went, but the season is on the horizon. So make sure you get stocked up and loaded up before they sell out. BCKR.com. We got our headlines coming up next.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, welcome back in the show, and our headlines are brought to you by our friends over at Lake Spur Marketing, full service agency built on trust, on strategy, on performance, all the things that you want, from digital placement to broadcast buys to creative and everything in between. Lake Spur, they've got you covered. At Lake Spur Marketing, there isn't some set it and forget it strategy. They're going to customize it and tailor it directly to your needs. All their tactics are designed with you in a collaborative manner. Leave the marketing to them so you can run your business and do it at a high level. Lake Spur Marketing, the proof is in their partners. Make sure you visit lakespurmarketing.com today to check them out. All right, Schlags, let's a little bit of Jeremiah Smith. Let's pull that up, Pat, the top one there about J.J. Smith. And his quote coming out, you have it on there, J.J. Smith is swole. Has nothing to do with him being swole. It's him sitting down.
I thought that was the picture. That was me.
It's okay. It's all right. Your pictures of dudes. You're going to have to go talk to AT now because he's got all the pictures of dudes on his phone. But his comment, we can toss that up whenever, Pat, about Michigan. I just hate them. Just something about them for the next 2 years. I can promise you, we will not lose to them. I can't lose to them in the next 2 years. That's via Jeremiah Smith or via The Athletic. Strong words from a strong man.
Yeah.
You like that from Rocky?
I do. That's a bold statement, and I think he's supremely confident not only in his skill set, but when you're around all the guys and they ask him the question about Michigan, and you're right, like you learn a disdain for that university, and like I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago. First off, they have terrible colors. Second off, like that helmet, come on, man. Third, their state smells like toilet water. So yeah, you got to beat them. And it's kind of like, hey man, I said it. Like, are you working? Like, I'm working like this all the time because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm preparing for them all the time. Get on the bus. I'm chopping wood, carrying water. Like, that's what he's thinking. So he's just supremely confident. So he said it.
Buckeyes. I like it. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it, but
no.
if you're Ryan Day, I mean, I think this is him being honest.
What do you think? Let's think about this. Ryan Day sitting there at the couch. Nina's over there sipping on a Maine lunch. Okay, first off, you haven't had a Maine lunch.
What is that? A beer?
Literally, it's a beer that in and of itself could be considered a lunch, and it is delightful. Let me tell you that. You take that with a lobster roll and some of the bread I had at this place. I drank like 4 of them, man. I'm not gonna lie, they were fantastic. I just got to walk to the hotel room after. But think about this: you're Ryan Day, you know, and you talking to your guys like, "Hey, man, we don't need bulletin board stuff. Like, be about the team." And then your dude, one of your dudes, comes out and says that. You just you're reading it on the phone. I mean, you just look over, like look at this, like, you know, just show it to her. And she's like, oh, you know, like, I wonder what that dialogue, like, that'd be a great question if we could have him on here. We need to get him on here. I wonder what he
doesn't. Jeremiah doesn't talk a lot. You talking about Ryan or Jeremiah?
Both. No, Ryan needs to come on here.
I'll get Ryan on. I'll text him. We'll get him on here. I've been spinning through the assistants. He's got a lot of crap on his plate. So I try not to overwhelm him.
You should get Pantone and we could talk to him about all this NIL doomajig stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's some proprietary knowledge and information that we can talk about, but he's not going to fully disclose and get into all like their strategies. And
he's so unassuming too, man. I love him, man.
He is.
Mark's fantastic.
Mark's the best. He does a great job. And that's why their recruiting has been so good. All right, that's it for our headlines. Coming up next, we answer your questions.
Come on.
As we dive into our tailgate talk brought to you by Real Truck. Coming up next.
Create it, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, welcome back into the Bobby Carpenter Show, and that's our tailgate talk. And listen, if you guys are watching, please hop in the chat, communicate, leave comments, like, subscribe, share with friends, and you'll love it. Shuggs, I was talking about the rapid reboots yesterday and how I used them myself after driving to Philly. I brought them for my son to use. After I got out of the car for 7 hours, like, boom, these things might feel great for me. So I made myself a cocktail, sat there for 20 minutes, and ran a cycle. And then I was talking about it on XM84 that was on yesterday, today, and I'll be on tomorrow again. And a guy messaged me on Twitter. He's like, hey, what were those swelling things that you talk about?
Yeah.
He's like, I sent him the link. I showed it to him. And he's like, oh, this is great. My wife's legs get really sore and everything. I go, I'm telling you, she'll love them. I love them.
Lymphatic drainage, bro. Lymphatic drainage. Again, it's vasoconstriction, vasodilation. There's no difference between going to the hot tub, cold tub.
Do they have one of those things that you can put on your neck and for autoerotic asphyxiation?
Yeah. No, I don't think they do, but they do have some things I would use for like Hunter. Like I would put, it was like a sleeve, and I put it on his elbow and around his shoulder, and then it was like cold compression therapy. Yeah. So I mean, like they're
that's
really
a game
cool.
Game Ready will do that.
They'll do, but their Game Ready is expensive as balls, right?
Yeah.
So. Like these are very reasonable and they're very, very good. That's why I got them at the Armory. That's why RJ's got them. That's why you got them.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Good people.
Let me
talk to me. Questions
coming in from Sam. What does JJ need to improve on this year? And I mean, you can always get better at polishing your skills, your route running. You're always working on catching and all of those things. I think he dropped his first pass last year at Ohio State, and then didn't drop another one the rest of the year. Physically, he's all there. for me, when I look at that, I would say that it's as you start to develop as a player, as a receiver, it's like a lot of other like playing defense, playing linebacker. You can play one, but can you play them all?
Yeah.
So that comes down to the aptitude, because if you can move him around, it's impossible then to get doubles on him. If you're always lined up in the same spot, if you're always the X receiver, which is the single receiver generally away from the tight end on the line of scrimmage, you can get doubled. But if they can put you in the slot, if you can play Z, which is the opposite of the X usually, I mean, if you can play off the ball and be in the backfield, like you can do all those things, that's only going to make you more dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, right? So you got JJ, Carnell, Brandon, Bryson, Mylan, Graham, Quincy Porter, freshman, doing really big things. Then you got like who is it? Max Clare, Will, right? Jelani. Like guys, they're not that he's playing tight end, but there's so many different areas that you can get on the ball, and they have so many other guys that can play that X.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point, right? Like if Carnell is kind of like your Z, or even Carnell, like just being able to change up the matchups. Remember, it's all in football, it's about matchups, and it's about better athletes in space on lesser athletes. How do we find those people? So, and I will bring this up, Bob. Can I throw a question up there? Because I thought this was really good from the show, and I want to hear your take on it because I'm getting better at this. So Terry said, will Texas try to suffocate JJ? Kind of like what you were talking about.
Well, last year, JJ only had one catch in the game last year, and they probably could force it to him, but Carnell had 7 for like 90. Mecca had a good day. Remember, was it Mech that had the fumble when he caught one running over the middle?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it was, because they were going to go down and score on that one. I think they would have been up 14 as opposed to being.
It may have been Notre Dame.
7-7.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But like, here's the thing.
It was Notre Dame, Bob.
That was Notre Dame.
But I do think, Terry, talk about Max, talk about that tight end position, opening some things up.
Well, because the different tight end stuff you do with Max and his ability in the middle of the field, if you're doubling, you're going to take one of your safeties out of the middle or a linebacker to run underneath. And in doing that, there's going to be stuff that opens up then in the middle of the field. And that's where Max Clare, Bennett Christian, you mentioned Jelani. I mean, they've got a lot of talented guys that can do it. Even Will Kazmarek, he's more of a blocker, but he was a good receiver and, until he got hurt and they needed him and then he came back. But a lot of options next year. Offense will be, and the line's going to be good. So I think that'll help everything there moving forward. All right, that's it for our tailgate talk. When we come back up, Shai's going to wrap up the show with his parting thoughts. All right, Sykes.
Can I use it? Can I do it? Can I put it on there?
What are you clicking on? I don't know what you're clicking on right now.
Chipper Jones.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use that? All right, because you found it, but I love it. Throw it up there, Pat. Chipper Jones said this. Growing up, I played every sport that was in season. I was always one that believed, still am to this day. And again, you guys got to like Chipper Jones. He's on the MLB. Remember, it's like that Major League Hunting at ML. Anyways, watch the show. I enjoyed it. He has a huge lipper in, but I think he switched off of real tobacco. Anyways, that you learn a different discipline with each sport. And I think that's what it is. And I also think you got to, kids have to also train through their season, meaning you can't just, I'm going to go into the season, I'm not going to take care of my body. Like, that's where your body breaks down. Kids need to train. Kids need to be all in on that sport. I was talking to the lacrosse coach from Bishop Watterson. He's like, listen, when my kids go football, I'm like, dude, you go football. I don't want a stick. I don't want you to pick up a stick. Like, you need to be all in on football, because if they don't and they're doing another sport, it takes their focus away from accomplishing the mission of their main sport. And you learn these different things. Just besides discipline, being a great teammate, other skill sets, it's great.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for today's show. Stay tuned. Last show of the week will be tomorrow. A lot of fun stuff here on the Bobby Carpenter Show.